Hello, welcome back. I'm in the beautiful, dreary outdoors of my backyard. I'm looking forward to getting back into the routine of grading 60 plus papers and things every day. It's been a great week away from that. And I hope that you all found time to get a haircut. Mine was done by my lovely wife, the licensed educator, so I thought she did a good job. But if you haven't got a haircut yet, hopefully you found your toilet paper and life is moving on a little bit. Um, so at this point, we're going to start back on Monday the 20th, and we have a full week of classes and activities. You can see this is the 7th and 8th grade classwork tab on Google Classroom. And this is my homeroom, so I'm going to start there. There's this welcome back activity that is a Nearpod, which was recommended by the Ohio Department of Education and Governor DeWine as one of the learning tools to educators. It is an anonymous feedback type of environment, which these kids are familiar with the Mentimeter websites. So I encourage the students to go there and share how they're feeling and how break went and that kind of thing. No Red Ink resumes this week, and any past due activities need to get done as soon as possible. Very annoying birds around me here. But vocabulary also resumes this week. So on the vocabulary assignment this week, we have that's not the right one. And we have life flight going over my house right now too. So of all the distractions that we can possibly get, let's have them all at once. So we have vocabulary terms and the template here. The template is going to be used by all the groups. Hopefully this is a great way to study up for your quiz on Friday, and there will be another quiz using the Google form that we're used to. This vocab term will have been mailed out by the time most of you are viewing this video as well. And so these are the terms that 5th, 6th, and 7th and 8th will need to know for their respective classes throughout this week. So you'll notice that there is not an assignment yet for Animal Farm, and actually for 7th and 8th and 6th and 5th, I've provided a summary and analysis from this awesome these PDFs I've attached here for chapters 1 through 5 for all of the books, and a week away from reading and just disengaged from learning as a whole, this is a great opportunity to just kind of hit the reset button and get a reminder, what is it that I have even read over the last few weeks when we were busy doing work. So this will kind of reintroduce what topics are covered, and each class is going to have an assignment like that. So 7th and 8th has that review for Animal Farm and Hatchet for 6th grade, and 5th grade has A Wrinkle in Time, as well as the No Red Ink and vocabulary. So that'll get us started on Monday. And then to see what we're doing throughout the week, this form can be found on Emmanuel Hamilton's website. And just so you know where you can do that, on emmanuelhamilton.com, you'll click on Current Students and Newsletters, and here you'll see each class newsletter, and mine has been updated, at least by me at this point, and hopefully that'll be done as well for the other teachers. But this is a good landing spot to see what's happening this week for 7th and 8th grade kids, and you can do the same for 6th and 5th. And then this middle school assignments is a live document that the teachers update throughout the week and prior to the week, so that you can see what exactly we're doing. So we're moving on down to the week of the 20th, and you can see that the week is mapped out here. And so 5th and 6th are going to read their books on Tuesday, just the next chapter, so chapter 6, and then answer some questions on Wednesday. There will be a different assignment for 7th and 8th on Tuesday, but for Monday, to get us started, ease back into it, start some no red ink, complete your past due no red ink, which you had 2 weeks to get done, and then from there, just a refresh of the novels, since we haven't been in them for a little while, and I know that I've been disengaged myself, playing too many video games and playing with my kids and enjoying life, being dad. So different environments for everybody, we get that, but we're going back to the weekly routines. We have some people who still haven't signed in. I'm going to be deleting those assignments, and they're gone. It's effective tonight. So you got to get your stuff done and at a reasonable time. We don't have a measurement of truancy for absences or anything like that. So it's become where, you're not signing in, you're not doing your work is truancy. And so, not that we want to threaten that for you, because we know that everybody has a different situation. But we're still doing our job, and the kids need to do theirs too. So if there's something that's holding that up, please communicate that with us. But the amount of times that we're communicating with you, the amount of emails, the amount of phone calls that kids are receiving and families are receiving, if it's been deemed necessary, there's really no excuse at this point to still be under the impression that school isn't happening. So the rest of us who have been engaged will pick things back up. If you haven't been a student yet, then now's the time to get rolling. We still have a few weeks left, whether that's at home or whether that's at school is to be determined by the governor, and not any wacky people who show up at the State House or anywhere else. We still have a lot of people sick. We still have to be smart and distance ourselves and wash our hands and social distance. And unfortunately, I've seen some kids who are hanging out at each other's houses and posting videos of themselves doing that on one of my flip grid things that I did with 7th and 8th graders, and that's not what we're supposed to be doing right now. And that's why we're still spiking. So anyway, I want to make sure that you guys are safe, and that that we're going to get rolling again. There will be an email coming shortly that'll update you on what needs to be done this week and how to go about doing that. These are wonderful sites to bookmark your live documents for what's happening in classes. I'll have your vocab. It's attached in Classroom, but it'll also be on my website and in the email I send. And then your Google Classroom is that awesome landing spot where you're going to see all of the things that you have to get done. So do that in a timely manner. Get your grades done. Spend some time working. You're usually in school 6 hours a day. We're asking for between 2 and 3. And then you can go about your business the rest of the day, however you need to do that. But we need to see that commitment from the students as we finish up the rest of the school year. I do miss you guys, and I miss seeing the families at the end of the day pickup line, and the stories and the laughs and all of the family that we are at Emmanuel. I really miss having that. I do love being home with my family a little bit extra, as opposed to the normal work week. But this is our current normal, and we'll figure out when we can go back to what we thought was normal before, and see if that has changed. Noisy birds. How that has changed because of this experience. So if you have questions about missing assignments that are still missing in RenWeb come tomorrow morning, please let me know. If you have specific questions for a specific course or content area, make sure that it's for those teachers. We're here to communicate with you and do what we can to guide students to being successful. We are still the teachers. We're not asking families to become teachers, and I hope that that is understood. We're creating the content, and we're still here to guide their learning, and we'll do that in various ways that might be different than a normal classroom setting. But we are still responsible for that. We just ask that you do the classroom management. Keep the students engaged. The students need to make sure that it's not taking them 6 hours because they're on their phones and playing video games while they're doing their reading or anything like that. So regardless, please keep in touch with me. I'm looking forward to getting rolling again and seeing the kids on our Google Meets, and I'll send out some information about that. I'll probably just do a check-in with my homeroom this week, and I encourage the same thing for Mr. Pern and Mrs. Bulwark to do that with their kids and their homerooms. But please let me know how we can help as a community. If you have any needs, we'll be glad to help you out. Take care of yourselves and see you soon, and see you online even soon.